Okay, I'm back. I had to start over with a new video because I don't want to have a bunch of problems again. So, okay. I wanted to show you, I told you I was messing with the paint, or the blue bingo dauber from Dollar Tree. So I want to show you what I kind of came up with real quick. I made this card here, and the bingo dauber is on the edge. So I like rubbed it. It's this one right here, this blue. I rubbed it, and then I took, let me lay that there so you could see that. I took my lip plume, my blender pen that I had gotten from Michael's, and I just sort of took the tip of it and I rubbed it. And since this, I guess it's water-based because that spread really easily. It doesn't say anything on the label or anything, but I took it and kind of smudged it around to sort of make it look like water. And that stamp is this really pretty big one from Michael's. I had gotten this with my 40% off coupon. So I stamped it and colored it in with the blender pen and some of those Dollar Michael inks. And I put some bling in two of the centers. And I have a little hello stamp. At first I was going to do like 2 or 3 hellos, but then like this one messed up. And I could tell, so I stamped a bunch more and like did it lightly, so it kind of looked like I did it on purpose. So, because that was a lot of coloring to mess up on my hello stamp. So anyways, that's that one. Okay, and then I thought this one turned out really neat. This card here. See, I used that tiny little hole punch that I found in the pay by the pound part of the Goodwill, and I punched the edge, you see? I want to put a piece of cardstock in here. So, and then I used the same cardstock, and I did the Tim Holtz Vintage Photo ink pad. I rubbed it on there, and then I stamped with Adventure from the Joann's haul the other day. That Scrappy Cats had a little stamp set that had like postage, and this was one of the stamps, was this Adventure. Now this card right here, if you remember from one of my Goodwill hauls, is this greeting card from Hallmark. I just ripped it at the seam, and then I like kind of distressed it a little bit with my nail file, and I rubbed some ink around the edge. And that was that. My husband was like, "Oh, that's such cool paper." And then I showed him, and he was like, "Oh." He was like, "Woman, you are so cool." And I love that he loves that. That's so awesome. Okay. Now, I hope he doesn't watch this video because this is his Father's Day card from the kids. I took those nostalgic stickers that I got, I think it was like 50 cents, from, I think it was the Bowley Center video. And I put them on there, and this paper is that, was it flea market paper, I think it was, from Joann's, that stack. And this, I love my dad. I didn't show it to you guys, but I got it over the weekend. It was some of those cling stamps that they have at Michael's. They're originally $2.99, but since they were 40% off, they came out to like $1.79. So I got the dad stamp set and the mom stamp set so I could make the Father's Day and Mother's Day cards. And then I used my scallop punch from Joann's, put it on some dimensional adhesive and plain cardstock. And I want to do the same, put a thing in there, a piece of cardstock. So I did that. And then this one I made, so I hope my mom doesn't watch it. And I want to give this one to my mom. And I used that Mother's Day stamp. I put Happy Mom's Day over and over. And let's see if you recognize this paper. This paper was from my Goodwill haul. I got it in the pay by the pound part, and it was like in this packaging, and it came with a frame around it. So I opened it, and it had tape on it, taping it to the frame, and I took it off, and I inked the edges. I was going to try to color her, but I was afraid the paper would rip, so I didn't with the watercolor stuff. I used some of this vintage trim that I got at thrift store. And then I glued gold lace that came with something. I think it was a gift. And I know these flowers are pink. It doesn't kind of, I don't know. I think it looks okay, but some of you might think because they're pink it doesn't really go. That's the only flowers, period, that I've had or I have. So I used those two. And then these beads were a broken necklace that I had in a bag of junk jewelry, so I just hot glued them down. And I inked the outside with black Stays On. And I want to do the same thing, put a piece of paper on the inside. So that's that card. I really like that one. And then lastly, I was working on this box. This is the Sweet Nectar paper. And I left the bottom undone so I can show you. This was an old cigar box. I don't know if I have this in my videos or I found it right before I started taping, but this is what it looked like. It has all of this like burnt into the wood, so it's all like embossed, and it was all over, oh, not on the back, each side of it. So I just, I painted it with the green paint that I got from Michael's, the green acrylic paint. And then I had made my own glimmer mist spray, but the only metallic paint that I had was a silver one. So that's why it's kind of silverish color. And I inked the edges of the paper. I used all these scrap papers from the Sweet Nectar stack. Then I painted the inside, the blue color that I got. And then I used, again, like little scrap pieces that had come off. Like this was the scrap piece from the front. And I just used Mod Podge. I Mod Podged underneath, stuck it down, Mod Podged on top. But I had inked the edges first, inked these. And that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. But like I said, I left the bottom undone so you could see what the box originally looked like. And now it looks like this. Okay, well, I'm going to upload these videos so you guys can see what I've been up to. Have a good afternoon, and let me know what you think, guys. Bye!